up by 4%. Forgive me, 400% overnight. Went up by 4 times overnight.
Yeah.
So that it's hard to know what's going to happen.
But have you been to that deli at like 48th and 7th? There, I mean, the cost of milk and bread is about the same there. How's his mother? Is she all right?
Apparently she's fine
We
because
should send her a card. Make a note. We'll send Mrs. Yeltsin a card.
he's coming to the United States on Friday. He wouldn't leave an ailing mother.
Let's do a commercial, and when we come back, we'll continue with our friend Mike Wallace. On the program, if you're just joining us, Mike Wallace is here from 60 Minutes. How long have you been with the show? You've been there almost from the beginning, haven't you?
From the beginning.
You were one of the very first guys?
Reasoner and I began it back 24 years ago.
Yep. And Melissa Etheridge will be out here later. Rita Rudner. Look, Mike's enjoying some punch. I want to talk to you about the candidates. I want to talk to you, get your opinions and impressions about H. Ross Perot. I have a theory about that. Oh, I have theories about everything.
What's your theory about Perot?
My theory is that regardless of how good or bad things may actually be, people now have found what might be a viable novelty that they want to participate in, and that's him. That's the way I would vote for him, not just to see what this bonehead's going to do. You know, it's just a roll of the dice. And I think people feel that it's safe because he's got all that dough. You know, what really can go wrong? The man is loaded.
The thing that I find funny is that they keep saying that he has no program.
That's right.
Well, what about the guys who have programs? George Bush has a program.
Doesn't work.
Bill Clinton has some notions. I'm quite serious.
Yeah.
What could happen to the country? I know people say, well, there's a whiff of fascism there, and what could happen to the country in 4 years of Ross Perot?
Nothing. It would just keep chugging along one way or the other.
Correct.
Interest rates would go up, they'd go down. Unemployment, up, down. Everything would pretty much come back around to the way it is sooner or later.
In Indianapolis this morning, I woke up at the Canterbury Hotel and put on the Today Show, and there was Katie Couric and Ross Perot. I found him fascinating.
Yeah.
And I think that Couric should run for vice president, too.
Yeah. She's a nice woman. Very nice.
Good.
Yeah.
I've never met the woman, but she's good.
Now, would you vote for Ross Perot? I know that is a hard question to answer.
Yeah, at this moment?
Yeah. Do you like him?
Yes.
Does he like you? Do you know him?
We had breakfast with him.
How does that happen? How do you get to have breakfast with this guy?
He came over to CBS when he was in New York. Came over to CBS and had breakfast with about a dozen of us. Sat there and so forth. And he is he does monologue, like you do. He does monologue. Seriously. You ask a question, you get a 1-minute answer, and then
he goes.
A 9-minute coda. And it's very difficult. So finally I started to ask him questions because everybody was being a little gingerly with him. And when he got through, about 10 minutes, seriously, with 3 questions, I told him that I thought it was a very good idea that maybe if he got to be president, I'd like to cover some of his news monologues, which he did not find funny.
He was insulted by that remark?
Yeah, he was insulted. Yeah. Then he said, well, the old man hasn't lost his punch yet. Look, he's an interesting phenomenon. People say he's going to blow up and blow away.
Yeah. I don't think so, but I don't think he'll win. But I think for right now...
You don't think he's going to win?
No,
why?
I don't think because I think when it comes right down to it, it's like, asking I don't care if you're bowler of the year. I don't care if you've bowled 7 or 8 300 games.
Yeah.
I'm not betting on you if suddenly you're playing in the Masters. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
It's the difference between bowling and golf. That's it right there in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen.
So you're going to go for the charismatic George Bush?
Well, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. But it's interesting. It just is interesting, don't you think? Let's talk about the Watergate special. I think this is very interesting as well.
Well, this audience, their average age is what?
This audience right out there?
Yeah, and watching. I mean, people with jobs can't watch you,
That's
obviously.
Right. Yeah. Get a lot of prisoners.
No, I'm serious. If you have a job, you can't stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning.
You cannot stay up. No, that's right.
So you're talking about people who are in college or unemployable. Or maybe, in any case, they're young.
Yeah.
They are young. They haven't got a clue as to what Watergate is. What Watergate?
Yeah, I find that stunning.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, what's Watergate? So there's going to be a certain amount of history,
All right.
but interesting, provocative history.
New information? We've pretty much had all the information there is, haven't we?
New information, and a pretty educated guess as to who Deep Throat was.
But now you're couching this as a guess. You're saying it is only a guess. So it's not...
Carl Bernstein says on this broadcast, Woodward and Bernstein, he says, there are no secrets left in America. There are no secrets left in the world, really. This is the one big secret.
I don't buy that. I have a theory about this as well, Mike. I mean, if for 20 years, how could this have been kept secret? Nothing else, like you say, there are no secrets anymore. How could this have been kept a secret? Therefore, I think it's probably just something symbolic.
A composite.
Perhaps.
A bunch of people.
Yeah.
They say absolutely not.
It is one guy. One guy.
One live American person of high profile.
Who leaked all of the information to Woodward and Bernstein
Some of which
that
was
brought
wrong.
down the Nixon administration.
Well, that led them
Yes.
along the path, yeah.
You know the name of the man.
I have a guess as to the name of the man.
Let me guess. Let me see if my guess is the same as yours.
Sure.
Lorne Green.
Where did you get it?
It's just another one of my theories, Mike. Are you proud of the show? Are you happy with it?
Good show.
Okay, Wednesday night, CBS 2-hour deal?
Yes, and do me a favor.
Yep.
Root for the Blazers, root for the Bulls.
Just root for it to be over.
Because if it ain't over, that's going to be the
They're
night
going head-to-head with you.
That's correct.
All right. And if you get over there, my best to Mrs. Yeltsin. Mike Wallace, ladies and gentlemen. My best to Mrs. Yeltsin.